Hello, I'm Randy here, and we're about ready to start destroying this house here. We're going to start with the front entryway, and as a reminder, we're also going to do the front entryway, the first living room, second, I don't know what, officially probably the dining room, everyone. Also, my wife's office here. We got most of it cleaned out here, just have to move her desk yet. And also the second upstairs bedroom. By the way, with all the insulation of it, we're probably going to start with the downstairs rooms first. That way, hopefully, we get some of this insulation out here, actually put it in the walls downstairs, and then we'll move up to here. Back down to the room we're starting on, everyone. I'm going to remove all the trim here first. And when I say all the trim, everyone, it's all going. And I don't know if we'll even be reusing any of this. We'll see once here. This stuff down here might be okay compared to some of the stuff upstairs. Some of the stuff upstairs, they just got so many layers of paint on it and bamboozled the stuff. It's ridiculous. Door is going to go here as well. Don't know yet if it's going to go back on yet, but at least at the moment it's going to come completely out. So let's set up the camera, everyone, and let's start tearing off all the trim. Oh, speaking of all the trim too, maybe when I get the trim off, I'm going to see if I can fix this door here as well. Well, I went about an hour and a half of work later, and this is what we ended up with here. Pretty good pile of, probably just going to call that scrap when burn that. I'm not going to bother saving any of that. And then we got the save pile over here, door frame, some of the larger trim pieces, that stuff. We'll probably save all that. Whether or not I reuse it up in that, I'm not sure yet, but we're at least going to save it here. And yeah, this is what the room looks like here so far. Definitely looks a little bit different with all the trim in there. And of course, I mean, with the fact that we're going to be destroying the walls, I wasn't particularly careful about how I got it off, as you can see there. Just we ripped it off here as quick as I could. When I did that too, by the way, when I discovered here, this is obviously a brand new door here in here, everyone. And they had to reattach the trim. All the other trim had larger nails in it. This just had the little wire nails, probably from a nail gun or something like that, that were shot into it. So that came off a lot easier. However, those nails are definitely a lot harder to get off. But they do not have anything sealing between the door and the rough frame of the house here. And the amount of cold air that's coming in through there, wow. And wow, it's echoing here too, my goodness. They also got little jam extensions, I guess that's what they've called on there. For those who don't know, lath and plaster are usually a lot thicker of a wall than your standard wall. So I don't know, we might even actually need a little bit of something on there too, I guess, once we get this off. We'll have to see once here, but that's what they got on there at the moment. They had it all the way around. Those two sides already came off. I'm just going to throw that away. Not going to bother worrying about that. And yes, of course, I am going to seal that up. We'll get some spray foam in there, seal that, then also I'll see if I can fix this here too. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. We'll have to figure that out, everyone. But definitely need to move this side of the door. Needs to come in like a good solid 1/4 inch at least, Evan. That is way too big of a gap there. That would definitely explain, Evan. I don't know if you noticed in the past in some of our other videos, we always had this door sealed off at the bottom with an old towel laying across it. There is a lot of cold air coming in from this room here. I don't know where all that cold air is coming from, and I'm not entirely sure, but obviously I'm thinking that door because that's really the only spot it can come from, I think. I don't know where else the cold air could come in from here. So, and like I said, there's a lot of cold air coming in from this room. So, yeah, we definitely need to do some sealing in there with that door, I think. Anyway, we're going to get this cleaned up, everyone, and then I'll probably lay some cardboard over the floor, and then the real destructive work begins. You getting excited, dear?
A little bit.
Yeah, I think she's ready to just take a hammer and smash this.
I really am.
Yeah, she's itching for that part. Okay, we got the door taped off, the inside door here taped off. I think we're ready to start removing plaster. Got the trash can ready to go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around and hit all the walls first here, just kind of loosen it up a little bit, and then we'll just start prying it off, and hopefully this won't go too badly. I think there's insulation in the ceiling element, so I'm not going to do anything with the ceiling here just as of yet. If anything at all, we'll see once here, because the ceiling actually doesn't look too bad, and I'm not sure. I'm sure it's plaster up there of them, but I don't think it's lath and plaster. So anyway, we'll start with the walls here and see what kind of progress we can make. Also, got cardboard down on the floor, by the way. I want to protect the floor. Again, this is real hardwood oak floors, everyone. So when we're done here, hopefully we can probably sand it down and bring it all back and refinish it. And hopefully these floors will look really nice. Here to knock off yet. We're going to work on that here next, and then finish shoveling up the majority of it here as well. Of course, it's piled up, so that's why it's on the bottom. Yep, need to get that off. And then we still have the ceiling up on both sides here yet. This is the closet, of course. Wow, I mean, it looks so much different without the plaster on, right? Debating what to do with the ceiling here, everyone. Because the ceiling is plaster, everyone, but it's not lath and plaster. It's got some sort of board material up. It's not, of course, wood, but some sort of board material up there. I'm sure it's not drywall, I don't think, but I'm not sure what else it would be either, that the plaster is laid on top of, or underneath of in this case here, being the ceiling. I'm not sure why they do it different up on the ceiling, everyone. Like I said, it's not lath and plaster. This is lath and plaster, for those you know, and this is the lath right here, the board. The plaster is what goes over the board. And of course here you can see, for those of you who have not seen lath and plaster before, this is what it looks like on the back side here. You got your plaster just kind of sticking through there. They just, I don't know how exactly they do it, but they pretty much slather it on there, I guess, and yeah, it comes through the boards. I will have to say one now, when it came to removing this plaster, everyone, it seemed like once you got about that height, everyone, from here down, it was much, much harder to remove. I don't know if that was just the swing angle on the hammer, or if it was actually much harder and much thicker plaster down the bottom, because up along the top, everyone, a couple hits and that stuff was pretty much just falling off on its own. And down there, everyone, I mean, you could hit it as hard as you want, and that plaster just, like, wow, wouldn't give sometimes. So anyway, continue working, everyone. I'm going to debate what we're going to do with the ceiling here. I would leave the ceiling, everyone, except then I started looking at this. I don't know if you can see that up there. Let's see once here. Can we zoom in? Come on, zoom in. No, I said zoom in, camera. Oh, come on now. Really? Well, there we go. Fine, we'll do that. So yeah, I don't know if you can see that one. Whoever painted this here, you know, apparently I'm guessing some paint just fell off or chipped off at some point. I mean, they just painted over that, and that's yes, Evan, that's fixable. But wow, is that a pain to fix? So I don't know. We'll see once here. Think about that one. We'll think about it. Okay, well, I think that does it for most of the plaster on the wall here. Got all done along the bottom here. Obviously, need to clean up here a little bit better yet, and there's still, of course, plaster all up inside here. Between the lath, and I'm sure it's well, you can see it down there, it's chock full down along the bottom too, so we'll definitely have some more plaster to take out. But yeah, and that everyone looked pretty good. I think I might start working on taking out the lath here now. I think the wife's gonna come out here and take a look at the ceiling, see what's, oh, now you can see it really good there. I don't know if you can see it quite so good earlier, but you can see what's going on up there. The paint's obviously chipped at some point, and someone just painted over it, and oh my goodness, it's not horrible, I guess, but yeah, not great either. Speaking of the lath, by the way, I think I'm going to take my jigsaw here, and I'm just going to cut up probably about where the studs are, roughly, and just cut this all into sizable chunks. Then we can just throw this into our fire pit and hopefully dispose of it that way. Don't worry, we're not going to be pulling all the nails out, because everyone, that would probably take an eternity and a half. I guess there's only, what, one nail? Yeah, one nail per stud here, but that's still thousands of nails. Okay, everyone, we are making progress here slowly but surely. There's just a little bit more left to go on these walls here yet, and then we'll be about done with the lath. This other side here is pretty much all done at this point. There's just a couple pieces, I think, here and there, probably along the bottom and then along the top there as well, that need to be done yet. A couple interesting things to point out. We'll get to that here maybe later in this video, but yeah, there's some drywall. I don't know if, maybe I shouldn't say that drywall. I'm not sure what that is, but yeah, up there is definitely a little bit different than the rest of the wall. Interesting, very, very interesting. Also the same over here. So I'm guessing that piece apparently continues all the way across for some reason. I'm kind of curious as to what's up with that. Anyway, let's see what else to know. Oh, yeah, we're getting so much lath on it, but I was hoping to just like throw this in our back fire pit there and just like burn it. Yeah, clearly this is way too much wood for that. I mean, that's not working. So I ended up getting my truck, backed it up to the door here, and I've been slowly filling. That's probably maybe half of them. The other half is still back in our fire pit yet. And then, of course, we got a little bit more to take off here yet. I was on purpose cutting it up so it'd fit in the fire pit. But since I got the truck, I'm not going to bother cutting it up. We're just going to put it in as it is. And, yeah, we'll just throw that away. Shame just to burn it up for nothing. We'll see maybe if, I don't know, someone wants it or something. But don't know what else to do with it. So, anyway, we're going to continue working on it. And I'll update you folks again here. And, I don't know, when something changes, I guess. Okay, about another 45 minutes work later here. We got, I think, like 99% of the lath off. There's just a little bit up along the top yet. I'm going to work on removing that now. The ceiling is still up here yet, everyone. I think we're going to try to leave the ceiling. We're going to see if we can fix that, though. Again, when the ceiling is not lath and plaster, it is some sort of board material with lath on it. So it's essentially probably this, everyone, or I don't know if this is drywall, whatever this is here. I'm not sure. But essentially, we got something like that up top, everyone. Plaster over it, so we just got to clean that up a little bit, hopefully. I don't know, still debating it might be easier to remove it and put new up, but we'll find out, I guess. Anyway, going to go around, I'm going to clean up around the edge here. I've got, where does it go? Here it is. My oscillating tool. I bought a diamond blade for it, and we're going to see how long that lasts them, because again, if you use a normal blade on these, everyone, up on that plaster, it just chews them up within seconds. So we'll see once how long this one lasts if it works. So I'm just going to go around the edge, kind of clean it up, straighten it up as much as possible, and watch my head, I guess. Yikes. Okay, well, I think we're finally done cleaning, removing lath, plaster, vacuuming the floor inside there. I think we can now finally open the door up here from the inside. Otherwise, we've always been going in from the outside there. Just wanted to point out before we did that, everyone, obviously, you know, got dusty in there, taking all the plaster and stuff off, everyone. If you look in certain spots here, you can see where the tape, just a little bit, it tried to get in here. I don't know if you can see it up here. I don't see it up there so much, but down there where the tape's just a little bit out, it tried to come through there. And then what I found interesting, everyone, go look at the plug down here. Yeah. I'm not entirely sure why it was coming in through there, because this wall ends, I think, somewhere here. Like, it was like somehow traveling through. Oh, my goodness, that's weird. Anyway, we're going to take the tape off, go inside, and I'll show you folks what we got on the inside here. Okay, everyone, she's down to the studs, and we got a couple of interesting things in here to point out here as well while we're in here. Of course, I'm going to be redoing the electrical, adding insulation, but if we step around to this side, everyone, yes, of course, this is inside the living room here. What do we have up here, and why is that different than the rest? So I'm assuming at some point, everyone, they replaced the upper part of the living room here. I'm kind of curious why. Now, let me get the camera up here. Yeah, not sure I like what I see up there. I'm kind of curious as to what's up with that. We just had a whole lot of rain here this week, so it hasn't gotten wet in here at all then, but it looks like at some point, I mean, there was, I don't know, water or something up there. I'm not sure what was up with that, but that definitely looks like some sort of water. So I don't know, possibly there's some water damage up there, and so they replaced the upper portion. I don't know. That's a little bit weird and suspicious, everyone. Let's see, anything else to note? Oh, yeah, we got the same thing down here. There's a cutout there. That looks like that might have been like an old register vent at some point. They maybe covered up, everyone. That's maybe my assumption, because it's open down to the basement there as well. And that is about the size of those old register vents. So that's just my guess there. Not sure. Speaking of register, I would like to add one in here as well. It is flipping cold in here at the moment. It is open to the attic right there. We'll probably see if we can like insulate up through that here when the time comes. Also everyone found this as well. Let's get down in here close. Yeah, that's not so good, everyone. Looks like, I don't know if that's termites or ants or what that is, but something has gotten in there, everyone, and chewed that board up. It is mostly all good yet. It's just there and then along there and a little bit, I don't know if you see it there. So yeah, I don't know what's up with that one, but that's not so good. It doesn't appear they've gotten up into these at all, or those. Really not even, there's a little bit along the bottom of this one, but not much. The only thing I'm concerned about is how much have they gotten down in below that. That might be the only question. Now we're up on, I don't know, maybe 3 foot off the ground here, something like that. So it seems kind of weird. We're up on cinder blocks. So yeah, I'll have to do a little more looking there. You can see we're down on the floor there just a little bit as well, so underneath there. But yeah, wasn't liking what I was seeing there, everyone, that's for sure. On those couple of things, I'm looking pretty good in here. Yeah, we'll get some electrical and going in here at some point. Some insulation. Again, when we left the ceiling is not lath and plaster. I think the upstairs of it is lath and plaster, but for some reason downstairs they've done something different. I don't know what it is again, but it's some sort of board material with plaster over it. And other than the horrendous paint job, which seems to be a little too common in this house, it's in pretty good shape. So anyway, again, I hope you folks enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, I have not checked the GoPro footage yet, but hopefully the GoPro didn't fail me. Typical GoPros, they're kind of...
Your money on that.
Yeah, GoPros, they're not the greatest. They're good for what they're for, everyone, but if they work. So anyway, again, you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them down below. Don't forget, too, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that. Stay tuned, because we're going to be doing some more work in this room, and of course, the rest of the house here as well. And with that, everyone, thanks for watching, and until next time.